time, so we should get some. Hopefully they missed everything I said, so it can't be on a sound bite. That's all I have. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Colonel Johnson. That was fantastic. And he's absolutely right. This has a huge impact to our community. And what we're telling people, Lillian Sunwall and Shannon Clancy on our team are helping get as many businesses in the government contracting system as possible now. You want experience with selling to the government so that you can win some of these contracts that are coming up. So reach out to our team and tell other small businesses in our community. Those contracts go to all size businesses. It's not just the large ones. So, okay, our next speaker, I'm really excited to welcome back up to the podium. He was here a few years ago, announcing 4 years ago, announcing his initial project, but Mr. Drew Hicks with Central Avenue Meats. Come on up.
All right, great to be here this morning with everybody. It's just I did not know what to expect parking wise. So it was great to see a full parking lot. Yeah, I see so many familiar faces, people that we've worked with, people that have come down to the shop downtown and supported us. This is a great community. Thank you guys. It's just fun to know a lot more people in this room than I did 4 years ago. And thank you to the GFDA. I will sing their praises forever. They've helped me so much business-wise with both ventures. So thank you guys for allowing me to be here today. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Drew Hicks. My wife and I own Central Avenue Meats, craft butcher shop downtown. Again, I know a lot of you have been in there. If you haven't, we've been waiting for you. So, but today, what I would like to announce is actually another project. So, and that is Missouri River Meats. This is a rebrand and expansion of what was formerly Cascade Wholesale Meats, which some of you may know about, some of you may not know about. It's been kind of tucked away behind the scenes, close to the ballpark. It is a meat processing plant that we are about to refurbish, and we're excited about what we're going to be doing there. So let me talk about that quickly. So for those of you that haven't heard about it and maybe wondering why you should be interested in that, most of you or a lot of you who eat at restaurants in town will actually be eating steaks, burger, other items produced and that already have been produced down at this facility. And so I'd like to speak to kind of three particular interest groups quickly. So the first would be if you own a restaurant, or if you know someone that does, or you do some kind of catering work or larger wholesale orders, if you're trying to provide meat for a party or anything like that, that's what this facility is set up to do. So they are currently sourcing quality meat from around the region. It's not quite as local as we're able to get down at Central Avenue Meats, but we are sourcing regionally, and we're trying to keep that closer and closer to home. But from a price standpoint and from a product availability standpoint, this is set up to compete with Sysco, US Foods, and to have that work done locally by obviously local guys in the community, and also to these restaurants, other purveyors. One of the biggest specialties there is that we will be able to customize delivery days, packaging of the meat, and really just give you a much more personal experience than some of those big food suppliers are able to. So we're excited about that. Right now, we have over 30 local restaurant clients with this business, and we're hoping to increase that. So again, if you know somebody that is involved, we would love to talk to them. Quickly, the other two are that we will be installing some smoking equipment, custom things. So hopefully the product availability and cooked product down at Central Avenue Meats will increase. We haven't had bacon and that's been a big hole in our product availability. So we hope to have some new things to offer you downtown. And lastly, for any other local producers, we are hoping to install a fully USDA inspected commercial kitchen. So you can actually cook certain products and sell those nationwide. So anyways, a lot of exciting things, a little bit more behind the scenes than our other project. But if you would like to get in touch with us, we don't have a website yet, but we do have an email address, a phone number, and we would love to see you at 2400 9th Avenue North. So thank you.
Drew, thank you very much. Sure appreciate you. Local food and local meats. Central Avenue Meats is fantastic. We have a lot of great local food. We do have tools and resources to help. So if you have a friend or yourself is into local foods, talk to Anna Fleece. She's right over there. She's fantastic. Okay, our next project, we're moving on to housing, and we have Sherry Airy to give an update on the Bats Block and the Elmore Roberts and other NeighborWorks Great Falls projects. Come on up here, Sherry.
Wonderful.
Yep, you got the power.
Good morning. I'm Sherry Airy. I'm blessed to work at NeighborWorks Great Falls. It's wonderful to see everyone today. You know, in our 44 years, NeighborWorks has worked to make sure that we're responding to the community needs and the sign of the times. And housing has not changed in those 44 years. It's always one of the major priorities for any community. And so we have 3 projects to talk about today, 1 update and 2 new projects. So let's get to it. Our first is our update about our Bats Block Apartments. This 1913 historic building will be renovated into 25 permanent supportive homes for those coming out of homelessness. We have some wonderful partners. Homeward out of Missoula, who's an expert in some of these activities, has partnered with us, but we've been able to use B-Spark and Guy Tobacco locally. We're very fortunate to have worked with Great Falls Development Alliance for the Brownsfield funds, which were important. And I'd spend my entire 3 minutes talking about all the different ways the community, the city, the county has helped make this project possible. But we started construction in October, and we hope to have it completed by the end of this year and occupied in the spring of 2025. We hope that will help with some of the revitalization that's needed downtown, as well as dealing with some of the homeless issues that sometimes can keep developers out of our community. The next project that we're excited about is the Elmore Roberts Apartments, which is a major historic building on Central Avenue, built in 1917. These 60 homes will be renovated with a partner out of California, Community Preservation Partners, a national development organization with a mission to preserve homes people can afford. And that is definitely what we need in this downtown area as we revitalize this beautiful building and make sure that those homes stay affordable for those that may be working and in our community. And the third project, it goes back to NeighborWorks roots. We continue to work with our downtown historic district, removing blight or preserving homes and areas that are needed and revitalizing those areas. So again, more development can happen from the private sector in order to make sure we're bringing more homes to this area. So this was a small 8-plex that Greg and Cheryl Ulmer owned, and we have renamed it Ulmer Square. We'll be revitalizing that corner to help this small apartment complex stay affordable and help in the safety and security of that neighborhood, as well as the revitalization of our historic area. This building was built in 1961 with Page Warner. I don't know if this would be one that they would put in their historical documents, but we're very proud that this small apartment building will continue in our community and bring more homes for folks. NeighborWorks is committed to helping with the revitalization of our downtown area, removing blight, and helping create more homes for folks. So if there's any project that you're interested in that you think we would be a good partner, we open the opportunity for you to contact us. And thank you for everything that you do.
3 seconds to spare. Well done. Sherry, thank you for everything you do. Thank you so very much. Oh, yeah, I need that. Thank you. Excellent. Well, I was just there last night, and it's looking better than ever. And you get to hear John's voice when you're up there, but now you get to see him in person. John, come tell us about the Great Falls International Airport.
Well, thanks, and good morning, everyone. If you've been up to the airport lately, we just wrapped up the ticketing project, baggage claim, or baggage carousel project. So we've got a lot of new infrastructure on the front end of the building, but we've got some other exciting things happening that are going to happen in 2024. Any day now, we're going to be getting an occupancy certificate on our first industrial condos. What these are is they're high bay, large, flat floor space, drive-through industrial spaces that are for sale or for lease. And it's a joint venture with Dick Anderson. So we have 3 units that'll be completed here in a couple of weeks and are available. And they're really geared towards small industrial users, anything from mom and pop welding shops that might want as small as 1,200 square feet of space. Up to larger projects. These buildings can actually have a total of about 13 bays, so they can be almost 30,000 square feet. And so it's a flexible project intended to meet a niche in our community that we don't have much of. If you look for industrial space, it's hard to find it. So great project, and we'll be wrapping that up here in a couple of weeks. The next slide. You may be aware of the bipartisan infrastructure law, I guess it is, bill. Dollars are flowing through to airports across the country with the mission of modernization. Part of the funding that we've received did the ticketing project, and now we're moving on to the front of the building. When you walk into the building, you've got this front walkway that's kind of outdated. The roof's actually failing. Some of the snow gets inside the building. And so we're going to be renovating that. You can see we'll have one of the frequent complaints we get is there's not enough lighting out front to show you where the entrances are. So we're going to be putting these lighted kind of pyramids on top of them so you can kind of see where the entrances are. New siding. That whole thing will get clad with a nice siding product to kind of modernize the front look of the building. And so that should be completed by the end of the summer. Next slide. We're moving on to the second floor. Now that we've got the first floor underway, we're going to be renovating the space. When you walk out of security there, we call that the arrivals hall. We'll be putting in something like this, a large central fireplace, just a place to sit and wait for folks coming off flights. More so than airports I've worked at all over the country, Great Falls has a lot of meeters and greeters for whatever reason. A lot of people, a lot of families are spread out, a lot of kids are gone away at school, and so this is a happy spot most of the time, some sad spots sometimes, but a good, comfortable space for the community to meet and see people they haven't seen in a while. So we're excited to be doing that project. We should have that done this summer. New carpet, going back to some of the original terrazzo in places, just modernizing that whole look on the second floor. And then lastly, what was lastly? Seems like there was one more slide. I know what it was. So if you haven't heard already, the Alaska Airlines flight is returning. We're going to have a morning flight starting in May that is scheduled to run through October. It may stay longer. We don't really know. Right now, you can only book it through August because the airlines kind of load 90 days at a time. So Alaska Airlines will return to a 7 a.m. and then an afternoon flight starting in May. So that's really exciting. And all the 50-seaters are gone, so the 76 seats are here now to stay. So that's an exciting change too. So thanks a lot, and fly local.
Thank you, John. And I can't emphasize enough, fly local. The wear and tear on your vehicles, your time, don't drive to save $100. You're not saving $100. Fly local. We need more flights. John, well done. I know a lot of you are aware of the project down on the river in the old Tribune building, but I'm really excited because we have Nate Swanson here to give us an update on exactly what's happening with New City Church and the old Tribune building. So, Pastor, come on up.
Thank you. Wonderful. Hey guys, this is really exciting. Glad you're here today. Will you do this with me? Just turn in your Bibles to John chapter 3, verse 16. No, all right, I'm kidding about that. I would gladly go there, but we do not have the time. I'm here to talk about the building. So in case you've heard the rumors, I am very unqualified for my job, but I'm surrounded by an amazing church family, and we're about to move into an amazing building. So I'm excited about this because it's a gorgeous building that won't sit vacant and decay in our community. Is anybody else excited about that? I'm excited about a new use, a new life for a great building. If you're not familiar with it, it's right down on the river, right next door to Applebee's. 50,000 square feet. It's gorgeous. So we've been really blessed. We've got partners in this project, our contractors, our architects. We have not been immune to the challenges and the expenses of post-COVID construction, but nobody wants to talk about that. All right. So it has been a challenging project, but it's been a really exciting one. A lot of people ask us, when are we moving in? When will it be done? Well, that is a great question. And I really wish I had a firm answer for you. I would say this, I'd be thrilled if we were there by Easter. I'd be really excited if we were there by Mother's Day. But whenever we move in, we'll be really excited. We are getting close. I'll show you some photos here. This shows a little bit of the exterior changes of the building. On the inside, you'll see when you come. By the way, I'm showing you what it is now. When it's finished, we'd love for you guys to come check it out in person. All right. So on the bottom left, you'll see there's windows added there. We added a ton of windows, opened the space up. We want to enjoy the view of the river and enable just a lot of light to come back into that building. On the far right is a picture of the main foyer space. So when you come through our main doors, you'll see where the press formerly was. This massive mountain of a press, 398 tons of steel. This press was ridiculous. So that's gone. And now you got an open view all the way up to the ceiling, about 40 feet up. And that's going to be a large, expansive, just a common space and a lot of room there for a variety of activities. On the outside of the building, you'll see we have metal that's been added. We've got a variety of ramps to make it all ADA accessible, and a few things that we're really excited about in this project that I want to kind of brag about a little bit is the generosity of our church family. We have had thousands of man hours donated toward this project. We've saved, at least a conservative estimate would be about $1.5 million in construction costs from our volunteers donating their time and their efforts. So we're really excited about that. One of the ways that the primary way that we feel responsible to use this building is to meet the needs, the practical and the spiritual needs of our church family, but also to look for a way to benefit the community. So I see this as a place where many different events could be hosted. One of the things we're most excited about is a law enforcement lounge. It's just a small area on the PD side of the building, on the back side of the building, where law enforcement officers from our community can have coded access to enter a room 24/7 and just have a little bit of rest. So we're grateful for this tool, this building to become a tool that blesses our church and our community, and we're thrilled to be a part of a great town. So come on, Great Falls, is this exciting times? We're excited about what God's doing here, right? And the rest of us too.
Pastor, thank you very much. We sure appreciate that. Community and volunteerism is definitely a theme running through our through all of these projects. So it's really exciting to see an update on that. Thank you. I'm also excited to hear about this next project, Revive Body Optimization. We have Eric Selvers, who's going to come up and give us a little bit of insight into what this project is. Come on up here, Eric.
I'm actually Chad Severs, but my brother, he's actually at work today, so he asked me to come and speak with you guys. Well, thank you for being here, and thank you to the Great Falls Development Alliance for allowing us to kind of share with you what we have going on at Revive Body Optimization. So we're a telehealth consultation service. Both my brother, I have a doctorate in medical science, and I'm a PA. My brother's a doctorate of nurse practitioner. We just saw that there was a need in Great Falls, Montana, more for, I think, body optimization, wellness. What we do is we take the patient as a whole, and what we try to do is optimize the things that they want in their wellness, whether that is their fitness, their weight loss, even hair loss, and sexual wellness. So we primarily do testosterone replacement therapy for when it's indicated. We do medical weight loss. We also do sexual health, which will involve both men and women. And we also do hair loss. So when we want people to come to our website, we want them to go to our services, and we'd love for you to read about us. Both my brother and I, we grew up here, and we really want to give back to the community. And you can read about us there a little bit more. You can also look into our services that we offer. We're doing things like semaglutide, phentermine, things like that for weight loss. And then we like to partner with, our local gyms and have people not only being part of this medical side of things, having medical weight loss and hormone treatment, but we'd like them to be involved in both the wellness side of things too, because we like to treat the patient as a whole. So if you have any questions, you can always go to our website, revivebodyoptimization.com. You can always reach out to us at revivebodyoptimization@gmail.com. Right now, we do not have a brick and mortar place that hopefully will be coming within the next year, but almost everything we do will be via telehealth. So if there are questions, you can always email us. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Chad. We appreciate you coming and sharing your project with us. Excellent. So I know that some of you have heard the rumors, but we have Mike Malberg here to talk to us a little bit about Old Chicago coming to town. Come on up here, Mike.
Okay, yeah, thanks. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for allowing me to be here. Really excited to be here to become a part of the Great Falls community. Just curious, how many of you have been to one of our restaurants in either Missoula, Bozeman, Billings? Wow, that's great. That's really great. We love the Montana market. My name is Mike Malberg. I'm the Vice President at Johnson Restaurant Group. We're based out of Casper, Wyoming. But we love the Montana market. It has been super good to us, and we're excited to finally get here. We've been looking in Great Falls forever, I think the last 7-8 years. And we looked at the Boston's project a number of years ago. It wasn't the right time, and finally came back around, and it is the right time. We have purchased the Boston's pizza building, and we're going to be putting an Old Chicago in there. Should be open, I'm hoping, by June. We're adding, it's a pretty extensive remodel. We're adding a 1,600 square foot casino with its own bar in with the restaurant, attached to the restaurant, but with a separate entrance. And then we're, I don't want to say gutting the whole dining room, but we are making some major changes. We put a horseshoe style bar, which is studies will show that that's a little bit more social than a straight line bar. 40 beers on tap. Fair HL ticket, and we also do the MLB ticket. So for anybody who has a favorite team that they can't watch every day because you moved here from somewhere else, it's not on TV, we'll have those things. So we really try to make sure that we facilitate a really active, high energy restaurant that can meet the needs of every guest in the community. With those 40 beers on tap, we try to go as much local as possible. If there's 40 local craft beers here in town, we'll do all of them. If you've been to Missoula or to Bozeman or Billings, you'll see all the craft beers represented there, and that's why we put so many taps in, is because honestly, Montana is the craft beer capital of the country. I mean, there's more craft beers per capita here than there are anywhere else, and so the construction will start soon. I believe we're going to start demo in 1st of February and then rebuild it back out if all goes well. Hoping, as I said, to be open by June. We originally thought about taking it and reopening it and doing the construction as we went. That would have gotten us open in December. I'm really glad we chose not to do that. I would not want to be moving food and equipment in right now at 30 degrees below zero. So really happy with the way it all turned out. as I said, we're excited, really excited to be a part of the Great Falls community. Love this area. We really love being in small communities with really nice people that really appreciate what we do. We will employ roughly 60 to 70 people, depending on how big the opening is. So that's 60, 70 new jobs, both full and part-time. We'll hire a full management team, salaried. It's a GM plus 4 assistants, and then part-time servers, bartenders, cooks, and then some full-times as well. So thank you for allowing me to be here today to make that announcement. As I said, look forward to hopefully seeing every one of you in our restaurant, and we'll do our very best to meet your needs and exceed your expectations every day. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. We sure appreciate it. All right. Our next update is from a community partner that is very invested in growing our community and in your health and wellness needs. Forrest Ellinger and Vicki Nelson from Benefis. Welcome.
Thank you, Jolene. Good morning, everybody. Historically, when we come and talk to you, it's usually about a capital project. Women's and Children's Center was one of the ones that we announced prior. Today, we're going to talk about something that maybe is a little bit less tangible, but is just as significant for both us, the business members, and our community. And so we're in the process of implementing a new medical record, and that's been a significant investment. And so I wanted to start with Vicki sharing a little bit about what that means to all of those people in our community, especially in the hospitality industry. And then I'll talk a little bit about how it's going to impact our patients.
Good morning, everyone. Just a few quick statistics on how this project has impacted the local economy. So not only is it an all-encompassing project for all of the Benefis staff, but we couldn't do it alone. So with us purchasing the Epic electronic medical record, we've had partnership from that vendor and very frequent travel back and forth to work side by side with us on the preparation of that system for the better part of 2023 and into the spring of this year as well. So with those folks traveling in and helping us alongside the Benefis staff, we've had 9,984 meals eaten at local restaurants by those travelers and visitors, 1,902 flights in and out of Great Falls, 3,328 nights spent in Great Falls hotels. And then also alongside those visitors that have been here, we also had to find space and room for all of the current project team here locally at Benefis to work together to collaborate on such a project of this magnitude. So we are actually housing 52 employees that are working on this Epic project in downtown office space currently. And then we also had to grow the permanent IT department and staffing numbers at Benefis in order to continue to support and maintain the new system. So we're happy to announce that 36 new team members living locally in the community with our families as well. And then that kind of wraps up statistics that led us from 2023 to where we are now. But as we look forward for the next few months here, we'll be going live on the new software on March 1st. And during the weeks of go live, the surrounding few weeks, we'll have 642 Epic employees coming to grace us with their presence to support the system's launch. They'll be here for about 3 weeks. And then locally, we'll also be purchasing about 10,555 snacks from local vendors in order to support our employees through the first week of the go live.
Thanks, Vicki. So a significant investment. And, you know, one of the things we thought this was a great opportunity to warn you all that on March 1st, they're going to be descending on us like locusts. So, you know, it's a little bit like the medical students and the impact that they're going to have in downtown. There's going to be a lot of people here for 2 or 3 weeks spending a lot of money and investing in our communities. So we think that's fantastic. I wanted to take a couple of minutes and talk about, well, why are we doing this? I mean, why do we even need a new medical record? We have electronic medical records now, but we really believe in this project and the impact it's going to have on our providers, our staff, and most importantly, on the patients in our community. The biggest thing about this is we're going to be moving to a single platform. So currently we have one platform for our physician offices and another one for the hospital, and that makes it difficult to coordinate care. And by doing this and going onto a single platform, we're going to be able to coordinate care better. So when you come to our emergency department, you come to a benefits provider, you're admitted into the hospital, no matter where you go within the benefits system, your clinicians will have access to all of your information. And what that means is it means a reduction in duplication, as well as an increase in efficiency in the way that we take care of you. And so we are super excited about that. Along with that single platform, one of the other things that we know is confusing about when you come to visit benefits is you might get multiple bills. And on this new system, we'll be able to consolidate. So you should get a single bill for the bulk of your visits at benefits. Most importantly, for our patients, they'll have better ways to engage in their care. So they'll be able to do online scheduling for many of their appointments. They'll be able to go on to a single electronic medical record through a portal and actually look at their own results and follow their care path. And they'll be able to actually go online and pay their bills. So we think this is going to be way easier and a better way to engage our patients. And ultimately, we think that this is going to provide better information to help provide in the overall care for our community. So we're super excited about this. We invite you to look for it as it comes live on March 1st, and the impact it's going to have on our community as well as your individual health. So thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Fantastic data. Data drives decisions. That was fantastic. Thank you. Love seeing the numbers of economic impact. Well, our next project update, the Milwaukee, now I want to make sure I say it, the Milwaukee Station District Apartments. That's the official name. The developers are out developing. So unfortunately, they couldn't be here today. So I wanted to give you a quick update. So Big Sky Select Properties is opening the station on October 1st of this year. They are starting lease up shortly. There's information online about them. And there we go. So there you go. If you are looking to engage them, if you're looking to lease some apartments for your employees or yourself, reach out to them. That is the project right there next to Milwaukee Depot on the river. Pretty visible project, and it's been really exciting watching that go up. All right, our next project update is from our friends at TDS, and Raymond Porter's here to give you an update on some high-speed internet, which we all want. Here we go, Raymond.
Okay. Thank you, Jolene. I started here about a year ago. One of the first people I met in town was Jolene, and she gave me a long laundry list of people I needed to talk to. So I just wanted to thank you for welcoming me, and now we're full circle and I'm here. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. Thanks for your collaboration. Thank you for your patience with TDS. And the swirly gig is working on the PowerPoint. Amazing. My name is Raymond Porter. I work as the local marketing manager for TDS Telecommunications. TDS Telecom has been quite busy in recent months. I hope you've seen our trucks and our crews around town. After hundreds of man hours, several $1 million in equipment, and many joyous, easy, and Pacific engineering meetings with city staff and other utilities, we announced the launch of our first customer in December 2023. Go to the next slide here. TDS Telecom is a Fortune 1000 company headquartered in Madison, Wisconsin. We connect customers from the floor of the Grand Canyon all the way out to remote rocky islands off the coast of Maine. Our local fiber optic build will connect over 29,000 homes and businesses right here in Great Falls to a sophisticated, redundant, and reliable network. Our network is all fiber and can deliver speeds for commercial customers up to 10 gigs a second. I'm not going to go over all the details of what we're doing today. However, we are hosting an event. I want you to all be in the know, get a behind the scenes look at fiber optic construction, answer all your questions. Please join me at the University of Providence on January 23rd at 6:30 p.m. Feel free to take a moment and put it in your calendars now. Again, that's Tuesday, January 23rd. I don't see many people putting it in their calendars. feel free. 6:30 p.m. University Center. Go Argos. Thanks for hosting that one. TDS Telecom offers internet, TV, and phone, in addition to a full suite of commercial products for businesses large and small. In 2024, you can expect to see my ugly mug on the news announcing our progress, the launch of our first residential neighborhood in 2024, a grand opening and ribbon cutting for our retail store in the West Bank Landing, and our continued support of education, the arts, downtown, economic development, all that good stuff. Again, my name is Raymond Porter. Please join me at the TDS Telecom, meet our team at the university for our fiber forum and get the secret insider information your current provider doesn't want you to know about. We'll have cookies, dessert bars from Electric City Coffee's bakery, a panel of technology experts to answer all of your specific questions about easements, utilities, fiber optic, Wi-Fi, TV, phone. And again, we will read you in secret insider information that your current provider doesn't want you to know about. Come meet the team in a couple weeks at the university. Thanks again, everyone. I wish you a good morning.
As always, thank you, Raymond. Sure appreciate it. You had me with high-speed internet and dessert bars. I mean, I'm in. Can I stream at the meeting? All right, our next project update, I'd like to invite Doug McElroy with Quality Life Concepts up here to give us a briefing on their project for this year. Come on up here, Doug. You can flip your slides. Thank you.
That'll lower that one for me. Even more. All right. I'm Doug McElroy. I'm with Quality Life Concepts. I'm here to share with you our latest adventure. Quality Life Concepts has been supporting Montanans with disabilities since 1977. And right now we are getting ready to open up one of our latest adventures in Conrad, Montana. We've been partnering with Conrad, providing services up there for over 20 years, and we're excited to announce that we are going to be opening up a laundromat in this spring. It's been a very needed service that for the Conrad community. We have a large building up in Conrad that we've utilized for our day activity program for quite some time, and it has a lot of empty space that we've decided that we needed to put to some good use. So our director of Community and Family Services, Lynn Morley, realized several years ago that they needed a new laundromat up there. She found a contractor in the Conrad community, shared her idea with him, and the project just took off. So the Conrad community has about 2,500 people, and they are a prime agricultural community. They have many seasonal workers and interstate traffic. So we're hoping to meet a need up in that area with this project. When we first open up our laundromat, we're going to begin with 4 stackable washer dryer units, a large capacity washer, and an oversized dryer. And the one unique thing about our laundromat that's going to be different from our competitors, no coins. All of our machines will be card operated machines, so we won't have to worry about saving up quarters or busting open a piggy bank just to go and do a load of laundry. Our clients and staff have previously worked at a secondhand store up there, and they've been without an income for a little while, so this will give them an opportunity to get back to work, earning an income. Training skills is great activity for our clients. It engages them with the community, and of course, it also gives them an opportunity to earn an income. The renovation of the building is almost complete. The equipment has been ordered, and we're on track for opening up for our laundromat mid to late March. And one more thing that I wanted to share with you is that we've, in order to engage the Conrad community in this business, is that we've been doing a naming campaign. So we've invited all of the Conrad area residents to help us with coming up with a name for the business. So we will be taking name options from them for until about February 2nd. And then at our grand opening in the late March, we'll be announcing what that winning name is. So we're really looking forward to getting our clients back to work. And the Conrad community has been really supportive with getting our clients back to work also. They've missed having the opportunity to visit with our folks, and so they're all really excited to do this. We're grateful to have been able to have an opportunity to promote some of the business development up in the Conrad area. Thank you.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Doug. Thank you. That's fantastic. And, you know, Great Falls Development Alliance, we work across the entire region of North Central Montana. And sometimes changes like that, you know, think about if you don't have a laundromat in your community to wash your work clothes, to wash whatever, your bedding. It's changes in the margins that really improve quality of place. So we're excited that your people are getting back to work and that you're bringing this to the Conrad community. So we're going to go from Conrad to Shodo. And I have Heidi here with the Wagon Wheel in Shodo to talk about their development. Come on over, Heidi. Yes, I have to move it up.
All right, so I am Heidi Steiner. I am the manager of the up-and-coming Wagon Wheel in Shodo, Montana, just like she said. We are hoping to open in spring of this year. The project actually started in 2019 when the owners, Janice and Cecil Goodman, purchased, you can see down there at the bottom, picture of the old Wagon Wheel. It has quite a story and quite a history. Actually, the Wagon Wheel started in Shodo in 1941, not in this building. It actually started in another building and then eventually moved to this building. If anyone knows anything, if not, I can tell you a lot of stories about that building. But when Janice and Cecil purchased that building, they actually moved that building, and you can see the building up at the top. That is our current building right now. So they started it from ground up. However, they did salvage some of the things from that bar that you see down there in that picture. So they salvaged some of the trusses. There's some sheeting that they salvaged, which we have in a couple walls that we're going to put brands from local ranchers are going to come in and brand that wall. So kind of some nostalgia with that as well. We have the original bar. So Janice restored that, and we have the original bar. So we have some original cooler doors. We have the original back bar. So we have some nostalgia that we're putting into this bar as well. So you can kind of say that we are reinventing the wheel, so to speak. We are taking the old and bringing in some of the new. So like I said, we're going to have some refurbishings. We're going to have some of the nostalgia. Then we're going to just bring a classy touch of modern and industrial feel. So you can see these are some of the pictures that are currently going on inside the bar right now. Do please join and follow the Facebook page. I just keep everyone up to date on what's going on so you can kind of see all the projects that we have been doing. Part of our refurbishing, you can see, is that table. Those are going to be our tables that are going to be in the bar. We're going to have high top and low top tables. These are actually made out of old bowling lanes from neighbors of Janice and Cecil, and then they've combined it with some wagon wheels. So we're trying to bring some, like I said, some of that nostalgia into the bar. You can see this is our logo, which I just love. Janice created that. It's our the brand, and then of course our logo. We are going to be open 7 days a week. Our kitchen is going to be open from 11 to 9. Our bar, of course, will be open from 11, and then most days we're going to be open until midnight. Some days we'll be open until 2 a.m. We are going to have, obviously, our indoor seating, which will hold about 65 people. I should say we also have the bar stools that were in that wagon wheel, and we have recovered those. So a lot of things that we're just bringing back. We will have outdoor seating as well. So we're going to have a covered patio. Plus, we're going to have grassy area with tables and chairs. And the fun part is we're going to have a green bin bar. Then we're also going to have a lot of ingredients, which will be from our local, we're going to have local ranchers and such. But we do have a website already up and going, and you can see once we are open, we are going to have our menu on there, and our customers will be be able to order online. One thing I want to tell you about our menu real quickly is it's going to just be a fusion of different cuisines. So please, like I said, come and check out the wagon wheel this spring.
Awesome. Thank you, Heidi. I'm excited to check out the wagon wheel myself. This will be great. Okay, we're going to go from Shoto, Montana to Holiday Village Mall. And we have Mike Keaton, I believe. We do not have Mike Keaton. I wasn't sure if he actually made it or not after we began. So we are going to skip that one. And we are going to move from Texas Roadhouse into the Bayview Housing Development. And I'd like to introduce Dustin Klostermeyer.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Good morning. This is kind of comical. On Wednesday, I found out my colleague asked me to speak, and I thought it was going to be a small Q&A, and then I got the email last night that said 250 people, and so I'm going to kill him later. So yeah. So good morning. Yeah. So this development that we're looking to develop is just roughly a quarter mile down the river from here, where the sun comes in. It's a mixed use where we're not mixed use, but it's going to be a 42 unit and a 36 unit of multifamily for all of the wonderful people who come to town, whether it's medical, schooling, military. They need a place to live. And the neat thing about this development is it's one of the last areas along the river that we're really excited to grow and to offer to the community. The front portion of the river is hopefully going to be all single level, nice high-end townhomes with river access. The next step back will be a two-story housing area where it will have a garage below, multi-level with everybody has the view of the river from the second level. And then, as you can see, the apartment buildings behind it. We are still going through with city planning and everything. The city's very supportive. We have the commission meetings here in the next month or two. So knock on wood, hopefully everything passes and goes well. We're just really excited to bring this to community. Hopefully we've got high-speed internet for everybody. We've got laundromats for everybody and food service. So really excited. That's what I got. So thank you for having me.
Perfect. That was perfect. That was perfect. You let everybody know about a housing project. That's the number one question I get asked is about housing. So thank you. Excellent. All right. Now this was the other speaker that I didn't get to see yet. So we'll find out. Andrew Brown, are you here? Andrew Brown, I don't think is here. I didn't get to see him. Okay. Magpie is expanding. He's probably at work on it right now. So go and check them out when they open. I'm not sure when that is, but it'll be soon because they're working on filling that entire space. So we're going to skip down to MSU School of Nursing. We're pretty excited to welcome Susan Laprelle back with an update.
Good morning, everybody, everyone online too. I bring greetings from President Waded Cruzado and Dean Sarah Shannon, who's the Dean of the College of Nursing. And my name's Susan Luperel, and I'm the local campus director. So just as a reminder, this is my third year providing updates. We have about 700 nursing students in our College of Nursing. We're located across 5 campuses because none of our towns can house all of our students. And so here in Great Falls at any one time, we have about 80 to 85 students. So as many of you know, and actually Great Falls is the oldest campus. We were established in 1937. So we have been here the longest, even before Bozeman started housing their upper division nursing students. So as many of you know, a couple years ago, we received and were gifted the largest gift ever given to a College of Nursing in this country at $101 million from Mark and Robin Jones, who are the owners of Goosehead Insurance. And with that money, we've been able to, a lot of things have started to happen. So one of the things I want to talk about is, in case you don't know, the maternal outcomes for women in our state are abysmal. We rank near the lowest in the country. So one of the things we're doing with that gift has been, we have been developing a new nurse midwifery program. We've been through all the curriculum development. We've got our initial approvals, and we're set to open and enroll our first group of students in the fall. So we're excited about that. It'll be small, but particularly we're going to be serving the rural communities and remote communities with that. We've also been able to increase our scholarship numbers, but by far the biggest piece of this chunk of money is going to develop 5 new ground-up builds for each of our campuses, including here in town. And with that, we'll be able to expand our enrollment in each setting. About 70 to 80% of our students do stay and work as nurses in Montana, so we're pretty proud of that. So we have been working for the last year and a half with Cushing Terrell Architects, who are locally based, and they're partnering with an architect firm out of California. It's been an exciting project to watch unfold. And then it was announced earlier this year that Sletton will be our contractor. So that's a lot of local employment, et cetera. So we were able to just about a month and a half ago, because Benefice was the first to donate land to us, and really all the other areas then followed Benefice's lead, and we're so grateful. We were able to be the first campus then to have a ceremonial groundbreaking. So that is the groundbreaking indoors. It was cold, but they actually, I guess, took dirt from our site and brought it into that trough. So we're very excited about what this means for us. We'll be able to increase our local number of nursing graduates to work with the community. I know many folks in this room allow our students to come and get some clinical experiences. So we're always so grateful for all of you. So thank you very much. That's our current update. We're very excited. I'm hopeful that we might actually break ground sometime at the end, by the end of 2024, or not 2024. That's the rumor I'm hearing, but of course we, like everyone else, are waiting to see how construction and delays and things like that play out. So thank you very much for all your support.
Thank you. We're all very excited to increase this capacity. So our next presentation is we are moving to Great Falls Public Schools and Jennifer Martin. Come on up.
Hello. Good morning. I'm Jackie Mainwaring. I'm an executive director with Great Falls Public Schools. Thanks for inviting us here today to talk about our innovative core school project that's set to open in the fall of 2024. It'll be in partnership with University of Montana Western and Great Falls College MSU. And I'm going to let Jennifer Martin take over. She'll be the principal at the school next year.
Hi, thank you. I am currently the proud principal of Mountain View Elementary, and I'm excited to be a part of this project opening in the fall. Just like a mentorship is important to an internship or an apprenticeship, it's just as important for a student teacher just getting started in the classroom. We're excited to open a school that will have 2 teachers per classroom. They'll be in there from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, from the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year. We're excited for the choice this is going to give to our families in Great Falls, and we're excited for all of the teachers it's going to bring to our community. With that, we've applied for some funding, and we want to do some project-based, hands-on, authentic learning with our students and families. And we're reaching out to you, our community, to be partners with us. If you'd like to partner with us on this project, please contact myself or our Great Falls Public Schools district leadership. With that, we have a message from our superintendent, Tom Moore, with more information about the school opening this fall. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tom Moore. I'm the superintendent of Great Falls Public Schools. And you know, hiring and retaining high quality educators has always been a priority for Great Falls Public Schools. In recent years, recruitment and retention of teachers has become increasingly challenging, and nationwide we are seeing a teacher shortage. At Great Falls Public Schools, we know that it takes innovation and creativity to come up with the best solutions for our students and our community. We're excited to introduce a new immersive learning environment that will grow educators, Great Falls Public School employees, and our students. Our plan is to create a magnet school in one of our existing elementary buildings. The purpose of a magnet school is to attract students from all over the region. In our school, classroom educators will also be college instructors. Education majors will work and learn alongside the instructors while delivering exceptional education to K-6 students. Classrooms will be staffed with master teachers. These educators will work collaboratively to design and deliver adaptable instruction that evolves with our ever-changing world. The next step involves nurturing future educators early in their college careers. Pre-service teachers will be hired as school employees and immersed in the daily operations of the school. They will observe, learn, plan, and practice while completing their coursework. This extended exposure to a school environment will better prepare them for their own classrooms, ultimately increasing teacher retention and reducing burnout during the formative years. Additionally, the school will support current GFPS teachers by providing a place for them to learn, observe, and collaborate, fostering a culture of continuous growth. Families will have the freedom to choose if their child attends the magnet school. Students will be supported by many different adults with unique skill sets, which will greatly benefit their learning. We believe this model will increase student achievement and grow high-quality teachers who feel supported and want to stay in the profession long-term. In addition, offering meaningful professional development and support to our existing educators.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing. Great. Excellent. So we are going to go from Great Falls Public Schools
Hi,
back
I'm
to
Tom Moore.
healthcare, and I'd like to introduce Amy Ellsworth with Greater Good Health. Come on over, Amy.
Hello, my name is Amy Ellsworth, and I'm the clinic administrator for Greater Good Health Great Falls. They told me I couldn't do this in under 3 minutes, so here goes. How many of you have heard of Greater Good Health? Aha, I see hands. Okay, that's awesome. That's actually a trick question because we're a brand spanking new primary care provider in Montana. At Greater Good Health, we cater exclusively to seniors, and we only accept folks who are Medicare eligible or over 65 years of age. We have 3 locations in Montana, Missoula, Billings, and right here in Great Falls, located on the main level of the Payne West Marsh building behind Peak West Bank Landing across from the fairgrounds. Say that fast twice. At Greater Good Health, we offer our patients priority access to care and will often be able to accommodate same-day or next-day appointments. When was the last time you saw that happen? At Greater Good Health, we are committed to longer appointment times so our medical team can get to know the whole patient and the patient can get to know their healthcare team, which helps us make sure we can treat our patients as a whole person and provide top-notch medical care. I forgot to hit the button. There we go. Sorry. Aside from exclusively treating seniors, what sets us apart from other primary care providers? That's a fantastic question. At Greater Good Health, we have a patient liaison whose sole job is to make sure our patients are getting the most out of their benefits and ensure they are connected with appropriate community resources outside our clinic walls. We also have a big, beautiful community room that is open to businesses, groups, and organizations at no charge. Things like book clubs, social hangouts, education events, anything that will help enrich the lives of seniors in the community, and not only our patients, to any seniors in the community. We are providing our seniors with comprehensive care focused on their overall well-being. I believe the list I just sprinted through truly illustrates this commitment. If you or anyone you know needs a primary care provider, please call 406-616-4146, and a member of our team will gladly schedule them with an appointment. And finally, please be sure to write this down. I'll wait for you to grab a pen. We are having our grand opening and open house on Tuesday, February 27th from 9 to 6 with a ribbon cutting at 4 p.m. Tell your friends, parents, grandparents, neighbors, clients, co-workers, everyone's welcome. Just load up a bus and bring them all in. Greater Good Health, whole person primary care for seniors. And I did it.
All right. Nicely done. 30 seconds to spare. Well done, Amy. And we're really excited to have you as our new neighbors right below our office. Okay, our next project, again, this developer is working on the project. And so they've asked if I would share this with you. And I'm pretty excited about this because this is also in West Bank Landing. So I'd like to present Tasty Hot Pot. Tasty Hot Pot is going into the former spot of Empty Pints, and will be opening this winter. So this will be the first Chinese hot pot restaurant in Montana, here in Great Falls in the West Bank Landing. So Joe and Jay Ping, who brought their popular teppanyaki grill to Kobe Seafood and Steakhouse, they purchased that former Montana Pints building. They're currently renovating it, and I'm really excited about this concept. Oh, you were already flipping them for me. Okay, perfect, thank you. All right, well, there you go. So there are the pictures of what it's going to look like. Really excited. My first trip over to Japan, we were hearing all about hot pots, and they call it swish swish, and how amazing this food is. And so it'll be fantastic to have. Each diner gets to select their broth, protein, veggies, starches, and dipping sauce, and then you cook it right there at the table. The hot pot is right in front of you. It's a great concept. Each table has that individual cooking spot. There's vegetarian options, gluten-free options, dairy-free diets. They're also going to have beer and wine available. Hot pot cooking it dates back more than 2,000 years, starting in China, and then it spread over to Japan and Korea. And as I said, it's really great, healthy, yummy food. And on a day like today, I wish they were open because we could all use some hot pot cooking today. So check them out. They're going to be opening soon this winter in the West Bank Landing. And now I'd like to welcome Gina, who's going to give us an update on the Aurora apartment homes. Let's turn back to housing. Gina?
Good morning, everyone. My name's Gina. I work for Fair and Realty Partners. We've been in Great Falls for several years now, bringing luxury housing. So we built Talus back in 2015. We brought in ARC Apartments last year, which is a 216, sorry, lost my whole train of thought, 216 multifamily luxury housing. And this year we are building Aurora. We are working in conjunction with Benefice Hospital, bringing Aurora apartment homes. We are just south of Benefice Hospital. We are offering studio apartments all the way up to 2-bedroom, 2-bath. We have a huge amenity package that will come along with each unit. We are now leasing, so if anybody wanted to stop by and see us, feel free to do so. Oh, I was hoping it would play the slide. Is it going to play? Okay, sorry. It should show you guys a couple of pictures here, but we are super excited to be back in Great Falls building again, bringing some amazing housing to our community, which we do need. So we just wanted to say thank you to Great Falls and to GFDA, and we hope that you guys all have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Gina. And we got to tour the apartments that are over by 2J's, just fantastic product, and we need more apartments. Our housing study that we are looking to update soon, hopefully this year, showed a couple of years ago that we were 2,500 apartments short of current demand, and we know our community is growing, so we are excited to have any new products on the market. All right, who likes basketball? Yeah, there we go, yeah. All right, well, Jim, come and tell us about the Great Falls Electrics.
Well, thank you. I'm so excited to be here on a cold day. We're bringing back a pro basketball team to Great Falls. I'm pinch hitting for JC. His son's down in Colorado having heart surgery. He's 6 months old. He's a coach of the Argonauts men's basketball team. So anyway, just have your prayers and thoughts with them. They're going through some tough times. I have 3 questions for you. Whoever gets some of these right is going to get us some tickets. 40 years ago, what was the name of the team that was here, pro basketball team? Secondly, who was the coach? And thirdly, what local basketball standout played on that team? So you think about that, and I'll come back to that. We're part of the TBL team. There's 37 teams in the country, and it's quite a we're the only pro team in Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming. So to have Great Falls get a pro basketball team is unheard of, the size of Great Falls. We're playing Seattle, Eugene, quite some big part towns. We have been very fortunate to sign Brandon Howard that played at Great Falls High, went to college, ended up his pro career in Iceland. Speaking of Iceland, I didn't even know they had basketball in Iceland. But anyway, that's where he played. Another one is Isaac Howard, played for the UP. And then probably our biggest signee has been Kareem Jamar that played with the Grizzlies, All-American, finished over in Europe for 6 years. And he's the assistant coach at CMR with the women's basketball, has over 500 kids in camps throughout Great Falls. So we're really excited about that. We're going to have a Josh Eustace jersey night. Josh is coming up. We tried to get him to play, and he said that 3 years was enough in the NBA with Oklahoma. He got beat up pretty bad, but a great kid. So we'll be giving his jerseys away. Other than that, our first home game is in March, and we're excited to play at Great Falls High. It's been a privilege to work with the public school system in the new gym. It'll seat up to 3,100 people. We have some groups there. Our band, everything has been so supportive of Great Falls. Lastly, I come from the baseball world. I was baseball, and I was going to write a book on, and the name of the book was going to be From Balls to Pucks, because I had the hockey team. And then the sequel, I got my balls back. So I'll leave it at that.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Jim. On that note, how do you follow that? All right. Well, Dr. Erdman has to follow that. So Stephanie, come on up here and talk to us about Great Falls College MSU and the Otters.
It has been fun at Great Falls College the last couple of years. We have added new exciting programs, strengthened the college's brand, and increased our enrollment. In fall of 2002, we implemented new programs in office support and management and substance abuse and addictions counseling. And this spring, we are excited to launch our early childhood education program. I'm thrilled that we will enroll our first cohort of students this summer into the new veterinary technician program, the only one available in Montana for fall 2024 start. The program is offered in an innovative model that allows students to attend classes online from their home and with their veterinary partner do the hands-on learning portion of it. The college also started several short-term programs in workforce trainings. In 2021, we launched a CNA program. Then last year, we launched a CDL program. And this year, we have a rural EMT, a future build, and a structural welding program that are all in play. Each and every one of these programs helps to close the workforce gap in industry by training future employees in high-wage, in-demand career fields. So I hope you've been noticing our marketing efforts. Last year, we coordinated a community-wide campaign to choose a mascot, resulting in Great Falls College becoming the home of the River Otters. Yay. We've been having a blast showcasing our new mascot on the sides of buses, benches in town, on a race car, and at a Voyagers ball game. We've been branding our facilities with the River Otter, including new signage, updated colors, and furnishings, and a remodel of the Weaver Library. This spring, we will update the atrium, the main entrance to our campus. And over the summer, we will update and move our military families and Native American enrichment centers to be more closely located to student services. If you don't follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, you need to. We have a stellar marketing team at the college putting out great video, photos, and relevant student success stories. And we are also using social media to solidify our name as Great Falls College, home of the River Otters, with celebrity videos such as this one. Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh Hustis. I got my start right here at C.M. Russell High School as a wrestler. Over my career, I've been a Holy Spirit Titan, a North Middle School Grizzly, Stanford Cardinal, and an Oklahoma City Thunder. But I've never been a River Otter. My friends over at Great Falls College just became the River Otters, and I thought I'd give them some help getting the word out. I know some of you call them the COT or VOTEC. It's pretty simple. Great Falls College, home of the River Otters. It's a slam dunk.
The celebrity commercial campaign launched last month with Josh's spot, and we have lined up several more Montana celebrities, so keep your eyes and your ears open. I'll end on an exciting note. Enrollments at the college are up. The charts here show fall enrollments and spring enrollments since 2019. And these last 3 semesters, we've seen large percentage increases, with spring of 2023, 10% increase, fall of 2023, a 13% increase, and right now we're at 8 percentage point increase for spring enrollments, and we still have 6 weeks to register students. Yay. I know I'm supposed to get off stage. Can I have some trivia fun first? Quickly. Okay. If you have a group of river otters on the water, what are they called? A raft. Who said that? Come on up. Socks for you, please. Get your socks. And if you have a group of river otters on the land, what are they called? A what? No. Say it again. It's a romp. Who needs socks? There you go. Anybody else need socks? Raise your hand. First one I see. Back there and back there.
These are great socks, by the way. Thank you, Dr. Erdman. And I know that a lot of you are frequently on campus because they are a great community partner letting us use their community room. Pop into the bookstore and buy your own pair of River Otter socks. So go and support them. Next, we have, now he was driving over from, and he's here, yay. He was driving over from Helena this morning. Thank you. We really appreciate that, Cole. I'd like to introduce Cole Mannix with Old Salt. Come on up here. Here's our clicker. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cole, and I'm overly, unreasonably passionate about meat and ranching. It's weird. It's really weird. It's like I feel like I'm Al-Anon. It's like I'm an alcoholic. I grew up in Helmville, near Ovando, in the Blackfoot Valley. My family's ranched there since 1880s. And in 2020, in a snowstorm in Melville, a group of ranches kind of got together and looked at each other in the eye around the table and just sort of asked the question, is the status quo in the markets we participate in ranching, is it viable? And is the trajectory we're on viable? And we all kind of agreed, no, in the next 20 years, we worry a lot about that trajectory. And so we decided to create a meat company called Old Salt Co-op, meat that's raised and processed in Montana. And we think we've lost connection with customers who know something about the landscapes and care about the landscapes we manage, and we need that relationship long term. And so it's incredibly risky what we're doing. We knew we couldn't do it alone. We needed capital. We needed marketing expertise we didn't have. But again, we thought that the status quo was riskier than taking a leap. And so we decided to create this meat company. It's based out of Helena. It's owned by the producers who supply it. And it's also owned by the workers. And it's capitalized by the community and by wonderful financing partners like Steward Lending and Great Falls Development Authority. And our goal is to turn a food system that is kind of become a canal in many ways back into a stream. They both get water from point A to point B, but a stream supports a tremendous amount of life that a canal does not. And, you know, the inefficiencies in the stream that's where the life is. That's where the families are that raise food. That's where the wildlife and the wildlife habitat are. And so we want to connect with Montana customers, in particular Montana customers. We created kind of a vertically integrated family of businesses that's kind of based in restaurants and hospitality. Old Salt Festival, which will be happening again. We hosted about 1,600 people at the ranch last year. This year we expect 3,000 for food and music and basically the culture of agriculture. It'll be happening June 21st through the 24th, and we hope you come. We've launched a couple of restaurants and another one opening here in March called the Union, which will be a wood-fired grill and a butcher shop in downtown Helena. We're doing meat processing, a couple of projects that for slaughter and cut and wrap. And all of that is basically aimed at building a direct-to-consumer brand. We want to sell to 5,000 Montana families. We'll do some wholesale to restaurants as well. But we really believe by connecting rural and urban producers and customers that we can make a massive difference in return on value to our communities and the land. So thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you. We're pretty excited about this project. Thank you for driving over. I'm sure he'll be available. We have 3 speakers left. We're staying right on time, even with our technical difficulties. I'm sure you're wondering, Helena and Great Falls, the majority of those cows that are processed are going to be coming from our region. We need more local meat in our system, so we are proud to help support this project and get ranchers' meat to our tables, to our local tables. So I bet you're all excited about Aim High Big Sky Center. I know I am, and we keep seeing progress. But Steve Herrig, our Director of Park and Recs, is here to share an update and give us some information about the Aim High Big Sky. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Jolene. Good morning, everybody. Excuse my voice. I've been fighting sickness for about 2.5 weeks, so not contagious though. So it's an honor to be here to talk about this project. Before I start talking about the project, I want to talk about how we got here. In 2016, the City Commission adopted a master plan for the Park and Recreation Department, which actually identified a combined aquatics and recreation center as a visionary project, with the main hurdle being funding for that project. As the Colonel said earlier, we did receive a federal grant. In May of 2020, there was a possibility of a DSIP grant. How that works is a community with an adjoining military installation can apply for those grants. And our take on that was we wanted to provide something for the military training, water training, because Malmstrom was the only northern tier base without water training, so they had to TDY their airmen for that training. So we put this together for the community, for the airmen families as a whole. We did get the grant in September of that year. We started working on design. First thing, many of you may know, we had location issues. We wanted to locate it close to the base, but soils out in that area weren't very good. And we decided we didn't want to spend $3.5 million on a foundation before we ever got started with the building. So Lions Park was settled in on, perfect location, still accessible by the base, and central location for the community. We worked with LPW on the design and went out to bid in fall of 21, which, as many of you know, is not a really good time right during COVID. So we had several alternates with this bid process. And we have managed to bring a lot of those alternates back into the project through a fundraising effort. And we hired Swank Construction out of Valier and Kalispell. They have been great to work with and have been doing a great job. So with that, you know, we wanted to take the soils down to bedrock at the site and then build it back up with compaction. One thing the city manager wanted with this project is something that happened with the previous natatorium, is he didn't want any movement under the base of this facility. And so we made sure that that wasn't going to happen. In November 7th of 2020, actually 2022, the walls were scheduled to start showing up from Missoula Concrete. There were 104 precast walls. And if anybody knows what happened on November 7th of 2022, it got cold, it started snowing. but little did I know that doesn't affect placing precast walls. So 104 of them, one truck at a time, came over from Missoula. They started on November 7th, and they were done installing the precast walls before Thanksgiving that year. The interesting thing about that was the wind is an issue, and the actual pools, the 2 pool areas, were completed before the walls went up. You can see where we're at now. The precast walls had the brick on them, had the waveform on them. The slide going out of the building, coming back in the building was very intentional. So parents, I apologize when your kids are going down 10th Avenue and telling you they want to stop there, but that was very intentional. So this is just to kind of look at what it's going to look like. You know, we have 2 pools. We have a 8-lane, 25-yard lap pool. We have a rec pool with the slide, lazy river, 0 depth, kind of a teaching area, warm water area. We have gymnasium upstairs. We have workout facilities with a track. And so we have a fitness area as well, party rooms in this facility. We're still on schedule to open this May. We will have fees and rates out probably within the next month and start selling passes for this. So we're very excited to offer this to the community and just look forward to it.
Thank you, Steve. And that was a sorry, not sorry. That was a sorry, not sorry. You're not sorry. Well, I've convinced my son that Jake is building it for his kids. So you can ask me about that story later. All right, we have 2 left, and we're going to circle back towards a brand that is coming to our community that has created a lot of buzz online. Tim, do you want to tell us about Pizza Ranch? Come on up here. Thank you.
Well, it's finally happening. Pizza Ranch is coming to Great Falls. We've been trying for a very long time to get here, and we finally made it happen. We signed a lease just last week, and we'll be taking over Joann's Fabrics, which is a 15,000 square foot space for us. That'll be one of our largest. It will be the largest for us. It will include, of course, our buffet with our famous chicken and pizza, and a fun zone, which is an arcade of over 5,000 square feet. So pretty excited about coming to Great Falls. Like I said, we've been trying for years. We have 9 locations currently with the Wagons West Management Group, and I'm sure some of you have been to our locations in Helena and Billings. So we're looking forward to that. The space will include the Fun Zone Arcade. We'll have over 55 games there. We're going to put $1 million worth of games in there, so it's going to be pretty exciting, the latest and the greatest. One of the things about our restaurant, it does have party rooms, so for birthday party celebrations and things like that. Also, we have a very large room, which we separate for smaller parties, but we can handle over 100 people. So if you have a meeting, business meeting or something like that, we'll be able to handle it. If you don't know about Pizza Ranch, it's been around for a while. It started in Hull, Iowa, in really small towns, 1981. We have pizza, chicken, salad bar, dessert pizza, and that's all I have. Thanks a lot.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Tim. And I did see on the slide that they'll have skee ball. So anytime anybody wants to have a lunch meeting and competition, I'm always up for skee ball competition. Okay, we're going to round out Ignite with the Great Falls Clinic, and Brad's going to come on up here and present to us about your capital project.
Good morning. Thank you. It's a privilege and a pleasure to be here with you this morning. Our mission at the Great Falls Clinic and Hospital is delivering compassionate, personalized care to all. And I say our because this is an outstanding event and a wonderful collaborative effort within our community. And from somebody who helped actually design part of our new building, I met her today, Haley Denzer. Round of applause. All the way to somebody that does scalpel to skin. Over at our table, it was Dr. Winslow, one of our surgery partners. And so I know he's out probably doing some good work. But what's represented in that upper right-hand corner there is a bed. And for 2 years, we actually ran over 100% capacity. And so with that, our organization, which is Surgery Partners, made its single largest investment in that footprint to the tune of $65 million, and that continues to grow. What we see represented here is what we have today and the great work that we're going to be able to do because of this wonderful infrastructure. You see that we're able to actually increase our bed capacity 100%, going from 18 beds to 36, but we also have shelled out, because of the forethought that Haley and others had, for another 18 beds. So as that demand signal continues to increase and Turo continues to produce and Susan continues to graduate, we'll be able to bring more Montanans in delivering quality care consistently in this community, and it'll be a destination for those services. So we very much look forward to that. We also, knowing that the specialty focus is critically important in supporting all things inpatient, in particular heart health and heart services, we have 2 new state-of-the-art cath labs. And so very excited about that and the services that we're going to be able to provide beyond what we've been providing now for years. And so this is something that we have just started on the 11th of December of 2023, and our cardiologists are over the moon with that capability. And this is something that you may be familiar with, heard about, the Centene. It used to be a call center, 305 people or so. Because of the pandemic, they all went remote, and there was a building and parking spaces. And wouldn't you know that we needed a building and parking space? And so this is an idealized design of what that 22-acre footprint might be. The buildings that have the blue circle on top actually are currently there. That represents about 50,000 square feet. And we've started to move some of our administrative and business offices into the top floor of that larger footprint. So we'll occupy out of the gate by the end of March about 21,000 square feet of that building. And so we're looking at what the future might be on that campus. Those other buildings represent the future, complementary services, anchor opportunities like an independent imaging center, or whatever, again, those demand signals might bring to bear for future investment. What the current requirement is for us is about 200 individuals that we need to come in and provide services, their knowledge, skills, and abilities, and their time and talent bringing to bear again on delivering that quality care. And so, Susan, we need most of those being nurses, and so definitely look forward to that as you continue to graduate that discipline. But that covers everything, as I'd mentioned with Dr. Winslow, scalpel to skin, all the way for our EVS, the people that actually keep us clean and hygienic as we continue to deliver services there. On behalf of our CEO, Wayne Gillis, and our care delivery teams at the clinic and the hospital, I greatly appreciate you collaborating in the way that you are. I am what I consider a Montanan. I went to junior high and high school here. Joined the service, and 35 years later made my way back. And I couldn't be prouder to be part of this community. And after being here now 15 months, my family made the right decision. So I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you and doing business as we continue to mature this footprint. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Weiss, thank you very much. Welcome back. We're glad to have you here. All right, well, we have one last speaker. We've asked Brett to do a summary and kind of wrap up. We thank you all for coming out here. We've heard about housing and healthcare and community education. And Brett, final thoughts?
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. First off, let's give the presenters a great round of applause. I'm really excited about all of the projects that were presented today. I'm even more excited about projects that weren't quite ripe enough to present, but are in the works. First off, in regards to the Great Falls Clinic buying the Centene property, you should know that Centene continues to employ as many people as they ever have in Great Falls, and actually are looking to hire more technology people. So we really appreciate Centene staying in the community. Now, we launched a new economic development strategy last June. If you were at our annual meeting, there's copies there. And I want to give you a brief report after our first 6 months. There's 4 focus areas in here: people, place, opportunities, and team. We have been working hard on this. There are 19 priorities, 46 specific actions, 47 KPIs. And as we're private sector driven, we keep track of those on a daily basis. Our number 1 priority right now is housing. And we've been out talking with developers across Montana, Utah, Boise, and elsewhere, pitching them that we're a great place to invest in housing. We need housing not just in Great Falls, but throughout the Golden Triangle and beyond. So we're working. We've made great progress on apartments. We haven't made as much progress on home ownership opportunities, particularly in that middle of workforce housing. So we're out trying to attract production level developers that can do 100, 200 units a year. Think shared party wall, townhouses, think starter homes. Nothing wrong with tract homes, nothing wrong with starter homes. So if you have any contacts in the housing industry, we've had developers as far as Alabama look at our market. So we're working on that. One of the most important things to back up the housing is childcare. So we've been putting a lot of work working with existing childcare providers to expand, looking for startup childcare operations, and have some employers and others looking at co-ops or joint ventures or what have you, so that talented people who want to go to work have the opportunity to do that and have their children in high quality childcare. So I'm pretty excited about the strategy. It's working well. We continue to look at market-driven opportunities. So this year we're going to be digging in to energy opportunities. We are an energy state. We're an energy town and area. But we're going to be looking at new opportunities for energy production as well as support services. The biggest energy project this last year was the Montana Renewables Project that became fully operational. And if you follow Calumet's stock news, we're working with them. This is all public information. They're publicly traded on what they call Max Safe. Which would be a very significant expansion. We're already North America's largest producer of sustainable aviation fuel. There's tremendous demand for that. So that's what the proposed MaxSafe project is looking at. We had several prospects, manufacturing companies that visited Great Falls last month. Jolene and I just got back last night from going and visiting one of those companies in California. They're very excited. So we're going to be inviting a team of people to go and visit their newest plant down in Mexico, hopefully late this month or early next month. And they're looking at a plant here. While we were in the LA area, we had another manufacturing prospect visiting here. Which went very well. And then we're taking a team of leaders down to look at another prospect, which is our Roseman University of Health Sciences, that's looking at a vet school. If you're able to come to the feasibility, we announced the findings of that feasibility study last month. Now, yesterday in Billings, Rocky Vista announced that they are working on opening a veterinary school in Billings. We wish them well. We've known about that from the very start, and Roseman's CEO was full steam ahead. So we don't compete with Montana. Some economists have this zero-sum game. Well, if they win, it must mean we lose or vice versa. And that's not the way it works. The opportunities across Montana are fantastic. Most of our institutions and companies are competing on a global basis. We're not competing with the next city over. There are, in addition to energy opportunities, we're going to be looking into logistics demand, because one of the things we found when we did our SWOT analysis is we're still having problems supporting manufacturers and other companies who ship goods in and out in terms of the available services, food grade warehousing, transload facility, and reduce costs on shipping. So we're about to commission that study. If you're interested in being involved in the energy opportunity study or the logistics study, please let us know. Happy to have you on the steering committee. We just signed a contract for a downtown Great Falls market assessment that's going to be looking at the demand for different types of businesses, real estate development, and housing development downtown. What we found is investing in these market assessments, it helps us when we're going after targeted companies, because we've got some facts that are independent that we can show them. But it also helps existing businesses and startup entrepreneurs and developers, because they have market analysis that most can't afford to do. So when they're making their decisions, they're going to their investors, their bank, their family members, their credit union, they have those facts. So it's worked with housing, it's worked with childcare. So now we're going to be doing these three new market studies. Now, when we put this together, we realized that we needed significant resources over and above our annual investment, one-time funds to make that work. And we put together a budget of $11.5 million to implement that plan. And I'm very pleased to report in 6 months, we've secured 6.4 million of that 11.5. So we're at 55%. And every single dollar of that 6.5 has come from outside of the region. We know how much we appreciate your investment in what we do and what you invest in making so many wonderful things happen in Great Falls and the entire Golden Triangle. So we have targeted outside areas for this one-time thing. One of the biggest parts of this plan is it's all about team. It's all about all of us working together, helping each other out. And that's the secret sauce. That's our biggest competitive advantage in Great Falls, is this working together. So we're very excited and want to thank all of our partners, what you're doing to support us, most importantly, what you're doing to support each other. That's the way we make things happen. I do want to thank our investors. If you didn't invest in your time and your money in us, that $6.5 million we've raised just wouldn't be possible, because that's what we use as leverage, as match, and as a reflection of how hungry the community is to make things happen. So please, thank you. We are a little bit behind in our annual investment because we had Jen Gallmeyer, our investment director. She led the charge to make sure the Turo students had a great time when they first came to town. So now we are playing catch up on investment. So she will be right at the door as you leave today, and we can take care of you. I really want to thank all of our volunteers, our board members, our various task forces and committee members, our loan committee members. On the lending side, we've been very busy and partnering with our banks and credit unions. We come in and fill the gaps or provide the bridges. But we funded, in November alone, we funded over 8 million in loans that was the final piece in over 68 million in projects. We're scrambling to get more and more loan capital. Jill's working on 9 loans this week, and that does not include the 2 manufacturers that we were working with earlier this week that may have some gaps when they're looking. So we've been very active on that. We've got 4 companies looking in the agri-tech park right now. We're going to be starting the subdivision process. We've got some very exciting things on commercial real estate. These retailers that you see, the new restaurants coming in and things like that, that follows. First, we have to bring in money, increased wages, increased wealth, and the retail follows because they've got to be open every day and make their payroll and pay for their food and their inventory and things like that. So no, we did not have, as I've told you before, we did not have any special incentives. We don't target mattress stores. We didn't target car washes. Tire stores seem to be the current thing. But we continue, our wages are growing faster than the national average, and our cost of living is dropping compared to the national average. So that's our long-term goal, is to have a thriving economy where people are making a lot of money, but we're building enough housing so that we stay affordable. And if you can imagine, we're closing that gap. We started out, we were at 93% cost of living, 63% average annual wage. Now we're at 85.6% cost of living compared to the national average, and we're up to 76% on average annual wage, which is great. If we can, you can imagine how much fun it will be to do business here with the average annual wage being above the cost of living. And we're talking about, we've added over $500 million in annual payroll in Cascade County that can buy tires, can buy trucks, can buy furniture, can put money in the bank and investments. So it really helps, and it relieves the pressure on social service agencies and government as we do that. So of course we look at far more than the average, but it's really about improving quality of life, building some generational wealth through all of the entrepreneurship that is happening. So we're making progress. I think 2024 is going to be our best year yet. We have the momentum going, and momentum builds on itself. So look forward to a very exciting year. I do want to thank the GFDA staff. They are around. I'm not sure where they all are spread all around, but if you could join me in giving them a round of applause. So if you have anyone in your network, particularly if they're out of state, that wants to look at investing here, if you know of anyone that owns a business and could use some help, or wants to start a business, wants to tackle a real estate project, please send them our way. We are going to do everything we can to make things happen. Be safe out there this morning. It's warmed up, I think, 2 degrees. So there we go. We finally have winter. But let's go out and have a fantastic 2024. Thank you.